Well, what's up, Halloween fans? Went a little overboard on my fog machine. Surprise, surprise. Made a stand for all the equipment. So we got two fog machines, 1200, 1000 watts, so 2200 watts of fog. That's a lot of fog, and these machines run constant. They don't stop to warm back up. They will run until you run out of juice. So, which is pretty cool. Show you here all the plugs, everything, wires I've got tucked up underneath this. These are going to be the two plugs. I've got to run two separate lines to this. The two fog machines, the fan, and then the two power supplies for the misters is over 3000 watts, so it'll blow a circuit. So I've got to put two separate extension cords from two different circuit breakers. Fun. But anyways, we got built-in redundancy. I got two inline duct fans. I'm only going to use one at a time. If this one fails, I can switch it over to this one pretty quick. Two motor speed controls, one for each fan. Full blast is a little bit much for my fog, even though this does pump a ton of fog. I have hoses everywhere in my yard. I have a hose that goes to every prop. It fills the prop with fog. I think full blast is just a little too much, so I dial the speed down a little bit with those. So the nice thing is, and I'll tell you, if you're worried about leaks from these containers, or if you're using I've seen guys use the Milwaukee containers because the lid is sealed on them, that's well and good, but I'm using the fan at the very end, so it puts a suction all the way from the input all the way through both coolers all the way into the fan, so I don't have any leaks. And even if I did have a leak, you wouldn't see it because it would be sucking air in and not pushing fog out. So it works a little bit nicer. Sorry, I had to kill an ant. So we got again both fog machines that feed this unit. I've got some more stuff to do. This is not permanent. This is temporary setup. So the first box, you've got two 10-head misters, which I found out the hard way that two of these cooks the water in these things, so I'm gonna have to put these things in an ice bath. We'll play around with that. I'll show you some videos when I get this thing up and running. So in there, combines with the water mist, comes out, goes around, and then again we're going into the chiller. So this is filled with ice and rock salt. It cools everything down if it needs it, and then out into the fan. And then this is just simulating the hose that's running out to the yard. There's a main trunk of this that goes all the way across the yard, and then I've got feeder lines that come out of this, smaller hoses that come out of this and go wherever I need them to go. This is just 4-inch drainage piping. It's very flexible, easy to work with, cheap enough, works pretty well. So I'm pretty happy with this. I upped the ante. The misters are new. This stand is new, but I've always had both of those fog machines running, and it does a hell of a job. So I'll be back. I'll do another video once I get this thing up and running, and we'll see what she does. Bye.